Mr. Yoko, thank you for donating those snacks to the local kids in our district. They were allergy-free, so the parents really appreciated it.
This is just a little thank you from us.
My name is Riku Yoko. 2 years ago, I lost movement in my left arm due to a work-related accident. I work from home as a stay-at-home husband. I'm glad I could help out. Thank you so much.
Mr. Yoko is a little rude, isn't he? He always takes things from us with one hand.
He's probably just too young to have manners like that.
Excuse me? My husband is actually injured and can't move his left arm, so it's not being rude. He's just incapable of moving his left arm. Please understand. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
It didn't look like that at all. I even heard he was good at making snacks, so sorry about that.
Oh, it's quite alright. He can do everything with his right arm. If there's something you can do to help out, don't hesitate to contact us.
Welcome home.
Oh, hey. My sister and her husband are gonna come by later again. Probably to have dinner.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, I'll make dinner for 4 then. I gave up working a regular job because my left arm doesn't move. My wife, Mio, has never looked down on me because of that. She's always looked after me. When I was injured 2 years ago, I had just married her and I felt terrible considering our future was affected. And they say that my left arm will be paralyzed. I have to quit my current job and I think I'm just gonna be a burden to you.
What is that face? You want a divorce or something? You still have a right arm. You can do most things with your right arm. It's not enough to justify a divorce.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I was left-handed and it was pretty tough for me to work with my right arm only. However, thanks to Mio pushing me, I was able to do whatever I could with my right arm. And now here I am. I cannot thank her enough. My right arm only life was actually going pretty well, but there were the sister-in-law, wife, and husband that stood in the way frequently. Seriously, you're so pretty, so I'm sure you could find someone else fairly easily. You even have the title and experience to find a better job, too.
You realize that we live in a day and age where the wife and husband both have to work, right? Women aren't able to get executive jobs and can't get pay raises, so the man needs to work. It's just not sustainable long term. You need to hurry up and get a divorce and find someone else for your future. Can you guys stop coming over if you're just gonna make fun of my husband? You're always eating but complaining. The food is good.
If you get a divorce, I wouldn't mind hiring you as a maid for our house. These two always talk trash about me, but eat my food. It's really confusing. They probably just are weird people. They both work at a local TV station, and that must have gotten to their heads because they love to look down on me. They always come over and eat our food. Mio always blows up in their face, though.
Can you stop making fun of Riku? He's the perfect cook and takes care of the house perfectly. He's the one that really runs the house. I'm jealous of your love, but we're just saying this because we think it's for the best. You should break up before you get too old.
I honestly don't care as long as you don't cause any financial issues towards us. They probably just love talking trash to other people. Then one day, I got a job offer. Hey, the offer's from the TV station where your sister works, right? I wonder if I'm gonna end up seeing her. I don't really want to work it if I'm gonna see her.
Oh, hey, it is. You should just turn it down. You really don't have to work for a TV station that hires those morons.
I actually worked as a head chef at a famous restaurant. However, the fridge collapsed on me and my left arm was paralyzed, so I had to quit. Afterwards, Mio's publication company gave us the idea to sell the character of a masked chef that couldn't use his left arm to make a cookbook. It was a huge hit. It included simple, easy-to-make recipes that didn't even require 2 hands to make, and they flew off the shelves. Man, after the 3rd release, the TV station offers aren't stopping.
Yeah, a lot of the younger women that cook at home are loving your stuff. You have a nice voice too, so they liked when you made an appearance before.
Yeah, you can't really tell what I look like, so they only know what I sound like. The only reason I wore a mask was because I didn't want to cause any bothers from my old workplace. No one was at fault for that accident, and I was just unlucky. I didn't want anyone starting any rumors because of me. I ended up turning the offer down, but they kept contacting me, and even the producer, Mr. Sekai, showed up at my house. I'll be straight with you. The amount of viewers that your show gathers is huge. I'm sure every TV station would love to include you in a special. But even ignoring the views, I want you on our station. I want to spread your appeal. My wife is also a huge fan of yours. My wife lost control of her legs due to a traffic accident. She can move her hands, but she can't move her legs, and so she couldn't cook well. I started cooking after the accident, but after your cookbook, she was able to start cooking again. She was so inspired. My cookbook motivated Mr. Sakai's wife to start cooking again. That made me want to make the appearance.
If that's what you decided, I will root for you. Besides, I feel like if they find out that you're the man behind the mask, maybe they'll respect you more.
I hope so. The next week, I went to the TV station for a meeting. I ran into my wife's sister's husband at the elevator. Huh? What are you doing here? You're not here to ask for money, are you? No, not at all. I've never borrowed money from you. What? What are you doing here then? You're scaring me. How much do you not trust me? Hey, come here. Our brother-in-law is at the station and I feel like he's here to ask for money.
Oh my god, he's actually here! What are you doing? Why are you here?
For work? You're looking for a job? You think that you can make us use our connections to find a job? Go home! I ended up having to deal with them for about 15 minutes. Mr. Sakai must have been upset for me being late. Can you just listen to me? Hey! What are you two doing? Mr. Sakai, we're so sorry. This guy is my sister's husband, but he's just a jobless freak who can't use one arm. Can you call security for us?
Oh, I'll actually call security. Just leave it to me. Sorry.
I was confused because Mr. Yoko wouldn't show up and this is what was going on? Mr. Yoko came by for a meeting about a job. We're the ones that asked him, even though he declined. And this is the treatment you give him? Enough!
What? The meeting with the masked chef?
I'm gonna report this whole incident to the TV chief. You two better be sorry! Mr. Sakai is primarily a producer in the station, but apparently he's well known and fairly influential here. I later found out that the two were scolded by the TV chief, and they were moved to a different department. It had nothing to do with any TV show production as punishment. I was able to show up on TV as promised, and Mr. Sakai and I actually became good friends off camera. We all actually hang out together now.
This is a gift from my sister. They must know that we're getting along well with Mr. Sakai. They're begging us for help.
Please! Meh. We'll just have to send them something back and call it a day. I don't want anything to do with them anymore. Oh! How about I make some kind of French dish using the ham they sent us?
That's perfect. Cook away.
I can't believe the kindness of Mio who accepted this life with me. Doesn't matter if I can only use one arm. I can make her happy. I'm gonna live happily with my beloved partner from now on. My name is Haruto Shimokita. I grew up in a poor household with a single mother. I was completely in shock eating elementary school food, but...
You really like to eat, huh? Yes, ma'am. You can eat as much as you want, and when I eat lunch here, I don't have to eat breakfast or dinner, so it's great! That guy only eats school lunches. So he's poor. Well...
Everyone laughed at me, so I stopped getting refills during lunch.
I just finished lunch, but I'm still so hungry. Everyone leaves behind all this food. Wish I could have eaten it all.
Hey, you really don't eat breakfast or dinner? Huh? Oh, yeah. We don't have a lot of money, so... Your parents don't work? I only have a mom, but she works hard. I see. You can come over to my house. We can give you some food.
Most of my classmates avoided me for being poor, but Yoshiki listened to me. And his house was a bento store. He spoke to his parents and they decided to give me the leftovers.
All right. You enjoy that with your mom, you hear? Are you sure? I don't have any money.
Hey, put some more meat in for him, Mom. A growing boy needs protein.
He needs his vitamins and fibers too! He's gonna get sick! Don't worry about it. They're always like that. Mr. and Mrs. Yoshiki, thank you so much. When I get older, I swear I will pay you both back.
You don't have to pay us. Just get big and get important. Then you just save someone else who needs helping. Yoshiki and I became best friends after that. Yoshiki's family are all great and shared food almost daily. My mom had showed up to their house and thanked them almost every day. Afterwards, I found myself falling for Yoshiki's sister. Hey, you think your sister's gonna come home soon? You really like my sister, huh? What exactly do you like about that thing? Huh? She's cute and nice, so... You're probably the only human in the world that thinks that.
I'm home.
Oh, welcome home. Huh? Is something wrong?
I found about someone spreading rumors about our bento store not being good.
What? Again? I bet you it's Kumi Waruda. Kumi Waruda is a classmate of ours. Her family runs 3 bento stores and a supermarket. She was fairly well off. She always made fun of the fact that I was poor or started fake rumors about how Yoshiki's bento store wasn't good. Neither Yoshiki or I liked her. She even used social media to spread false rumors about their store. She's staying anonymous, but the only person who would do that is her. Your store's bento is delicious! I'll keep telling people. I'll make sure we don't lose to Kumi Waruda. You got this, Haruto! If you win, I'll let you marry my sister!
What the hell are you saying, Yoshi idiot?
However, before I became a high schooler, my mother remarried and I ended up moving to Tokyo. I had always kept in touch with Yoshiki with phone calls and messages. However, living in Tokyo was rough and I couldn't meet him. When I turned 25, I was finally able to go back home to a class reunion.
Welcome. How have you been?
I've been great! Are you sure I could stay over? Of course! Come relax, man! Sis is excited to see you too!
Hey, don't say that. You're gonna embarrass me.
Hello, Miss Tsubasa. She's still as beautiful as ever.
Yeah, it's been a minute, huh? After you finish your class reunion, let's do a lot of catch-up.
Yes, ma'am! Oh, I love a bento from the store. You always wanted to eat our bento, huh? Well, eat up, because this might be the last time. When I asked what he meant, apparently Kumi Waruda started a cheap chain bento store right in front of Yoshiki's store. And just like old times, she still makes fun of their store.
Huh? Look at that terrible bento store pair. Still alive and kicking, huh?
Kumi Waruda, you really need to stop spreading rumors about our store. You can't win without pulling stunts like that. Are you happy winning like that?
Are you sure that I'm even the one doing it? Do you approve? Just because your store is about to go under, don't go accusing people. It always tasted terrible, and I just want you to accept your fate.
You little... I see. Hey, Yoshiki, just let her talk. She hadn't changed one bit, just like Yoshiki told me. That's why I knew I had to do something to protect their store. I won't let her take your store out. Let me help you. My mother and I are around because of your store. My mother's partner, my father-in-law, is the CEO of a large group company, and I work at a food processing center for one of their companies. I was actually just recently informed that we'll be expanding. I spoke to my father already, but would you like to join our franchise? We will pay for all your renovation fees. Does that mean that it won't be our store anymore? Not at all. In fact, we want you to run your store however you want. Your bento was perfect the way it is, so just do what you want, how you want. We won't take anything.
But we just shared some bento with you a while ago. We can't ask that much from you.
You guys have no idea how much you saved my mother and I. The only reason I was able to get this far in life is because of the bento here. At the reunion, my mother called and told me she wanted to protect this bento store as well. My father also said if we were indebted to you, he would like to help as well. But still, that's kind of taking things a bit too far, isn't it? I see. Then how about we give up Sis to Mary to keep things fair? Sis likes you too, Haruto. She told me after you went to Tokyo. You still like him, right?
Yeah, but Haruto's father is the CEO. That means he's eventually gonna...
Yes, I intend to take over the business eventually.
Yeah, so I'm not sure this small-time bento store daughter is fitting for a future CEO's wife.
I prefer you! I've always admired you since I was a kid. If I'm with you, I think I could work really hard. Afterwards, Yoshiki's family accepted my offer, and I started the process to renew the bento store. I opened the store and we put a franchise sticker that said it belonged to Sekafushi Foods. The store was still run the same way, but the cleaner building and big-time name up front made people come back. The flavor, of course, helped out too.
After their store got renewed, no one comes to our store anymore. Our store's bento is actually more famous for being better than theirs. No, the bento over here is absolutely better. I've always liked the bento here. Right? I read a review once saying it was good. But after I tried some, I completely regretted it.
Sakafushi Foods had taken them in. Kumi Warada couldn't do anything to Yoshiki's store anymore, and they moved their store. There were somehow rumors being spread about how Kumi Warada had spread bad rumors of Yoshiki's store as well. Her parents' stores also started taking a hit, and people are boycotting their supermarket as well. Afterwards, Haruto, thanks! You saved me! What are you talking about? You saved me first, bud. Thanks.
Yeah, you brought the starving hero to our doorsteps, making all this possible.
You two make sure you find your happiness. Right now, I'm working hard on a non-profit restaurant chain for kids to eat for free. I was told once to help those in need once I got older. I want to do what I can to return what Yoshiki's parents did for me when I was a child. My name is Ken Yoshioka. I'm a 27-year-old office worker. I have a dream to buy a mansion in the future. So since my job is okay with me having a side gig, I work twice a week at a friend's bar. Oh, it's Miss Oniyama. Welcome.
Hey, Ken. I don't have anything exciting in my life recently. Can I have a fun cocktail?
A fun cocktail?
Yeah, you remember that one drink you gave me before? That kind of thing.
I was totally dissed by the owner later on. He said that I have zero talent in making cocktails.
What? I really liked it though. Can you make it again?
I don't remember how to make it. Can I just make you another one?
It's all good. I love your cocktails.
The odd girl who's asking for my odd cocktails is Shoko Onayama. She's actually my boss at work, but at work, I've got my hair down and glasses on, so she hasn't noticed who I am. I don't mind that she finds out if I work a side gig because it's totally within corporate rules, but I don't want to make her less comfortable because she found out who I am. She is called the terrible boss at her work. She's completely different from the person that's sitting at this bar now. She's tough and cold and is not to be messed with. At work, she always strives to produce good results. That's why all of her employees and even some of her bosses are afraid of her. She doesn't have a heart. Work, work, work. Not everyone's got the same level of passion about work.
I'm actually afraid of Miss Oniyama. Just looking at her. I feel like she's going to point out the mistake I made.
She must know what people call her too. But she never changes how she works and keeps pushing forward, which makes people fear her more. Here you go, just like you wanted. A fun cocktail. An encounter with the unknown.
Your creativity knows no bounds. Thanks. Oh my gosh, this is delicious.
You had work this late? It's amazing how different she is than when she's at work. I only knew her at work too, so I wouldn't have imagined her to be this terrible woman. But she's a fairly cute girl.
Yeah, we have a few projects moving at once, and I'm kind of pushing my employees a little too hard. So, I figured I would do what I could to organize the work for tomorrow to help them out.
You're so kind. Yeah, she always organizes everything, so even though our team's workload is heavy, it's always the most efficient. Our company actually rates our team high because of that, and I would argue it's mostly thanks to her.
Oh, you. There's no one in the company that says anything nice about me. They just think that I'm just this terrible, mean boss. Every time there's a new person that joins our team, they all love to welcome them to hell.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
When I switch into that mode, I do push too hard sometimes, so I don't blame them for feeling that way. But even the person I'm interested in thinks the same thing.
Just talking to you now, you don't seem scary at all. I understand how she could be scary at work. Even though I know her like this, it's still scary to see her at work.
I should probably talk like this at work too, but when I go into work, I completely switch on work mode, so it's a little tough. I got mad at one of my employees today too.
The person that you're interested in? I wonder who she's talking about.
Yeah, that person is one of my team members. He's got on glasses and super calm. When I warn him, he just listens and gets to fixing it, so I love it. It really helps me out. Most people give me attitude, so...
Her team wears glasses and is calm. That's literally me. What? I'm the person she's interested in?
I should give up, huh? There's no way he would be interested in a girl like me.
I don't know about that.
But I'm always getting mad at that person.
But you have your reasons, right?
I mean, yeah, I want him to be the kind of guy that can handle his work. When I was a newbie, I had a really great worker to be my mentor. He was super tough. It's thanks to him that I was able to be good at what I do today. It's better to do work when you're working and playing when you're playing, you know? The only reason I was able to find that work mode was thanks to him. But I'm not good at being friendly like him. I'm just tough with no kindness. Being tough on people is really only something you can do if you trust them. I trust that my team will pull through. I think I'll also grow into someone that can lead the team soon too.
Miss Oniyama is an excellent worker and not everyone on the team disliked her. She was just terrible at communication. I'm sure your whole team will follow your lead since they're so good at what they do. But if you motivate them to follow you, maybe they'll be even more efficient. How about considering your own leading skills as a job and maybe that'll help you out?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll try that. Then maybe he'll like me back too.
She likes me that much? That's adorable. I'm sure he'll fall for you eventually. Then one day, Miss Oniyama collapsed at work. Are you okay? She was overworked. We didn't go to the doctor as per her request, and she was to rest in the break room.
Well, collapsing from overwork? Probably the best thing you can ask for a workaholic.
I bet you it's karma. She's always pushing people to their limits. Can you stop talking shit about someone who's literally collapsed? She's always working hard and tirelessly for our team so that we can work better. And I'm sure she's tough, but she's never made anyone who feels bad work. Am I wrong? You're right. That was wrong.
You're right, Mr. Yoshioka. I apologize.
She's pretty tough and looks mean, but she's always looking over what she could do better later on her own. What? Really? She's even trying to change the way she teaches because she knows it's too intimidating. That's why we shouldn't just cut her out like that. We should try to help her out and help her understand.
I didn't know that's how she was. It's kind of interesting.
How do you know that, though? So... I was trying my best to change the subject, but apparently my convincing worked. After Miss Oniyama returned, everyone treated her kindly. She actually started crying because of that. Afterwards, the whole team changed the way they looked at her watching her cry.
Hey, Ken. I collapsed at work today, and the person I like carried me all the way to the break room. I don't know what happened after that, but the team suddenly started acting nice towards me and weren't scared of me. I was so happy that I cried. After I drank your cocktail, it's just been nice things all around. Maybe he'll say yes if I ask him out.
I think he will. He likes you, after all.
What? You don't even know him. How do you know?
I am him.
What?
I'm sorry. I just didn't want to bother you when you were off, so I just kept doing my job. But now I can't hold it back. I like you. After seeing you drink here, I started thinking about it. I was really happy to hear that you liked me. Will you go out with me? Miss Oniyama, are you okay? I surprised her, but we were able to date successfully. After we started dating, she started changing little by little, and she's barely feared at work anymore. I'm happy about that, too.
Sorry about this, bro. Thanks.
Yeah, you don't look too well today. My name is Kaito Suzuhara. I have a 27-year-old sister, but she has kids, and there's never a dull moment around them.
I don't have time to care about how I look. Come on, kids. Say hello.
Thank you. Heya. Yeah.
I used to wish that every day was a weekend, but now I wish that every day was a weekday. At least there's daycare.
Yeah, you must be tired. I'll take care of them, so relax a little.
Sorry. I know you have work too.
I'm not with your kids all the time, so it'll be really fun spending a few hours with them. I can work whenever, so don't worry about it.
Thank you.
Miyuki is a kind mother who takes great care of her kids. She looks after 3 kids all on her own, so she's almost always exhausted. That's why, on weekends, I help take care of the kids so she can get a little bit of rest. Our parents passed away 6 years ago, so there are no other people we can rely on. And the biggest problem was with Miyuki's husband. Your husband working today?
Gambling.
Seriously? Does he go to work?
I think so, but we don't have as much money this month. I think he's gambling it away.
He doesn't even give money to the family, and he goes and plays. Sometimes he even takes out loans. What a terrible husband. It pisses me off just hearing about it.
Kaito, the kids have been catching fevers all month, and so I haven't been able to work too much, so is it okay if I borrow some from you?
Sure. I'm sure one of them would get sick after a while, since there are 3 of them. It's not like this will go on forever. We got this.
You're going to make a great dad one day. You need to marry Miss Kaneko already.
Miyuki worked from home because she couldn't rely on her husband's income. However, sometimes she couldn't really work efficiently when she tried to take care of her kids as well. So I had no problems lending her money.
I'm home! Oh, welcome, guys!
Her name is Kanako. She's my childhood friend and girlfriend.
When I went to my brother's store on the way home, he gave me some food. You should take it home and use it for dinner. Thank you so much. Oh, don't worry about it. We're basically sisters, considering we grew up together.
Miyuki, Kanako, and her brothers all knew each other from when we were kids. That's why Kanako and her brother had no problems helping out either. However, one day, Miyuki collapsed. Why weren't you answering your phone? Miyuki collapsed! Her heart is weakened, and she'll have to stay in the hospital for a while. You need to... What? I'll ask you this. Is there any point in me staying at the house? You really think I can help take care of the kids? Aren't you worried about me taking care of the kids? I have no idea how to make them stop crying. This little... However, I'm sure this prick wouldn't mind hurting the kids to make them shut up. Or worse. I didn't want that to happen.
Everyone asleep?
Yeah. Is it okay if we live separately from now on?
Huh? Why?
I need to take care of Miyuki's kids. I work at home as a writer, so I can take care of someone if they get sick.
Kaito, my boy, are you sure you can take care of 3 kids all on your own? While working? And looking after the house?
I don't think I can do it, but I need to.
You only make instant food on your own. The youngest is eating baby food. If someone gets sick, are you sure you can still work? Come on. Don't try to handle everything on your own. I'm trying to help too. Let's work together until Miyuki comes back, okay?
Kanako, thank you. That's how Kanako ended up helping us at times as well. However, the kids would cry because Mom wasn't around at night, and they would go to see Mom in the hospital. Every day, our stamina was slowly declining. They're finally asleep.
Ugh, Miyuki's husband, that little prick!
I'm so pissed knowing he's still the damn slots. Whoa!
Oh, hey! I figured the kids were asleep, so I showed myself in without knocking. I brought us dinner!
Takumi, thank you.
I'm off tomorrow too, so I can come help. Kaido, you still have a lot of work to do, right?
Thanks, bro!
Kanako's brother, Takumi, works at a bar. He tries to help out by bringing some food. That's how we were getting by, but...
What? You used up the temporary hospital money?
Yeah, I didn't realize it was temporary, because there was just money that appeared in my account.
It's my account anyway. Why are you looking through my money?
Shut up! Your money is my money! I need it to function here too!
We're done. We're getting a divorce.
What? Don't be crazy! I'm never getting a divorce! The day before Miyuki's operation, when Kanako and I went to check up on Miyuki, she was crying.
So I figured that he wouldn't listen, and we wouldn't get anywhere. So I called his parents. But his parents are also pretty bad, so they just said they had nothing to do with it and hung up on me. I want a divorce. Miyuki, I can't forgive that man for what he's doing to you and yours. But let's focus on the surgery, okay? I'll make sure the kids are safe and happy. Miss Kanako. Kaito, Kanako, thank you for all your help.
My sister's surgery went well. She would still have to go to the doctors regularly, but she was able to leave the hospital.
I'm sure you're not in the best of conditions, so you should live with us. But
I talked to Kanako and we talked about it. If Sis comes home and she has to go back into the hospital because she's overworked herself, what happens then?
I don't know how to thank you two.
Now the only thing that was left was a divorce. But her husband was radio silent. He apparently quit his job while Miyuki was in the hospital, so we had no idea where he had gone. We thought maybe it would be better to hire a detective, until Takumi brought him to us. Where'd you find him?
He apparently didn't know that his wife's brother ran the store. This is him, huh? You have no job, right? You're leaving your wife who's sick and all your kids unattended for what? What the hell is wrong with you? Tell me! Tell me exactly what is going through that little skull of yours! Sorry! You better not run or hide! I will chase you down to the darkest pits of hell for what you've done to my sister. You will pay in full for damages incurred and child support. You'll pay, right? You'll pay up right now! Right?
Takumi must have really put the fear of God into him. Miyuki's husband asked his parents to pay for all the fees and divorce her. They even paid for emotional damage caused for stealing fees necessary for life.
You sure you're okay with me moving into your apartment?
You need to keep going to the hospital, so let's live together for a little more.
Don't worry about it. We can all help raise the kids. I can practice for when I have kids too. Right?
If you want, I can be daddy for the kids.
Huh? I don't think they want a scary dad.
What? I don't look scary when I'm around them!
Maybe this isn't bad after all. My name is Riku Ato. I work as the CEO of a painting company.
Hey, we're almost about done. Let's go take a break.
Oh, come on, Mr. Naruki. You can't call out like that. I'm the CEO. For some reason, the people with more experience or are older than me were not the CEO. That's because my father was the one that started the company, and I was just taking over the business. My father collapsed from an illness and passed away. My mother was great in the office, but terrible on site. So for the employees, I took over the company. If anything, I probably had the least amount of experience, so I learned things as I went. Today, we were working on a building within an art university. Huh. Guess the students don't completely clear out during summer break. College, huh? I never really got to go.
Hey, what are you looking like you're at home for, boss?
Oh, come on. It looks like you're coming to work when you don't want to. Oh, come on. You know I wanted to do this work and nothing else. No one blames you. You're supposed to be spending your time in college right now anyway. I mean, yeah. There are some things that I miss and I wish I could be doing, but none of that matters when I get to see the customer's face after a finished product.
Exactly. You get it. That's what I want to hear our boss say.
What is that girl doing? She's just staring at the construction site.
All right, let's get started.
Oh, yeah. We were a little confused with her staring, but we started working again. It was lunch break now, and we left the construction site. She's still just staring. Did you notice the girl that was staring at the construction site?
Was she?
I didn't notice. Are you trying to get a little young age action or something? What? No. I'm already 28. I don't have any regrets.
Maybe she's just interested in our work. That would be nice if she came to our company.
Yeah, imagine that happening. After we finished our lunch and headed back to the site. That girl. What is she doing? Excuse me.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to see what it looked like inside. It's amazing how well you paint these buildings. There's no unevenness in the paint.
Look at the young lady seeing the beauty in painting. Some people think it's literally taking a paint roller and spreading over some paint on a wall, but it's actually pretty delicate.
I'm sorry, but we're gonna start soon, so...
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I'll back off and go watch over there.
I see. She's an art student, or she sees this as art.
Oh.
That strange girl continued to watch his work in the blistering heat. And then it was the afternoon break. She's gotta be bored, right?
Hey, guys. Here's some water for your work. Thank you for working to make our campus look good.
Whoa! Thanks, lady! This kind of thing really rejuvenates us.
You've been watching us this whole time. Why?
Huh? I'm not really sure why either, to be honest with you. But those kinds of emotions are hard to verbalize. I think it's incredible and moving. If I have to put a pin on it, maybe it's where there's a brand new building waiting to be unveiled. It's very nice.
You've got a beautiful future ahead of you.
Well, you can keep watching then. Just make sure to keep your distance, okay?
Yay! It's been approved.
Day after day, she continued to watch us work. Every time we had a break, she would come by and talk to us. We slowly started warming up to her.
I always thought it was weird, but why do you repaint over the first layer of paint? Why don't you just paint using the originally planned color? Maybe it's because you changed your mind? Or are you just trying different colors? Are you testing for the best color? You're such an artist.
This isn't canvas painting, lady. Painting is just finishing up the building's finish. It's different from drawing. We have to consider the durability of the paint after it's been painted. You have to get the undercoat solid so that you can keep painting on the coat to paint on top of that coat. You paint using different colors so you can't tell what layer you're painting on.
I see.
Hey, young lady. If you're interested in painting, you should come work with us.
Hey, Naruki, calm down.
We were just looking for someone to work with us. It's perfect. We don't hold heavy things anyway.
I actually have a job lined up at an advertisement company after I graduate.
What? It's still summer.
My father has a big business and knows a lot of people, so I know a lot of people in the field. They look forward to me, so...
The good ones get taken real fast, don't they? I mean, it is what it is. Don't be getting your hopes up like that.
That sucks. I want fresh new employees that are really genuinely interested in the process to come work with us.
I really do think that painting and resurfacing is an amazing process.
I see.
Well, feel free to watch anytime.
Afterwards, we completed the project and started getting ready to leave.
You're done, huh?
Yeah, we kinda just quietly work and leave. So, it's been fun.
Can I have your name, please?
Huh? I guess we don't know each other's names, huh? I'm Riku Ato. I'm technically the CEO of this company.
I'm Erina Mimasaka.
Miss Mimasaka. Thank you. It's been fun. Bye.
Are you sure you didn't want to recruit that girl? I know you liked her too.
she already has her road set.
Hey, just because she's got a job offer doesn't mean that it's set in stone. You're so slow sometimes.
Painting is not a job that you can take lightly. I'm glad that she's interested, but just because she's got an interest doesn't mean that I can give her a job. But if she was more than just interested... Arina Mimasaka? What about your advertisement job?
I backed out of the job offer. I want to paint. I saw your homepage. You guys were doing some sand painting. I want to try that.
You realize that it's not just painting, right? The footing at the construction sites are ordered somewhere else, but there's a lot of repairing going on for cracks in the walls and cleaning. And you gotta make sure that your paint doesn't just spread everywhere. It shouldn't, so you have to cover everything up. There's actually quite a bit of non-painting work going on.
Oh, I read up on some of it, but I will remember these things.
The summers are hot and winters are cold. This is pretty tough work.
I'm confident that I can stick through with it.
She's not gonna give in. I guess I can be alright with this. Maybe. We had to give in to the girl who kicked away a job offer to jump into this brand new world. After recruiting her, you could tell that she was an art student. She knew how to paint. She even won some contest for design or something. And she wasn't in the exact same field, but she picked things up quickly. To add to that...
Boss, I got another job for us.
Miss Mimasaka, you're not sales, so... Her connections made sure that we had an endless flow of work.
My father's friends say that if they're going to ask someone to paint, they might as well pick us.
Gotta thank your wife, don't you, boss?
Huh?
What? Don't pretend that you don't get it. Just tell each other how you feel.
Mr. Naruki, you're going a little too far.
No. Actually, I was interested in you from the moment I saw you at university. Can I call you by your name?
Oh, yeah, sure. Can I call you by yours too?
Of course.
Whoa! Look at the young kids having some fun!
Come on, man! Speak up! Guys, come on. Our relationship continued and seasons passed. Art painters?
Yeah. I became pretty close to the president of a shopping street, and he asked me if I could draw it for him. I figured I could draw, so why not?
There are companies that actually take on drawing projects. That sounds good. Just like she said, maybe it's difficult to verbalize what we feel. Just like she was drawn to painting, I was drawn to her. And our days were painted over day and day again in a new layer of love.
My name is Kaito Hirosaki. I'm a 26-year-old in his third year of working. I get along well with my coworkers, and I feel like I'm doing pretty good at work. Here you go, guys. Souvenirs from the CEO. Pick whatever you want. Oh, nice!
He's so nice.
Miss Mizushima, you like chocolate, right? What do you say?
Huh?
Mr. Hirosaki, we're out of chocolate over here. Do you have some? Huh? I guess we're one short. Here, I don't need it. Take mine.
I don't want it. You should eat it.
What is that? Rude.
She's always kind of standoffish. Remember, she stepped down from the competition with the in-company competition? I feel like she's stuck up.
It doesn't matter if she's beautiful. She was actually flirted with often by a lot of the male employees when she joined the company. But she was pretty cold and rude to them, too.
How would she reject them?
What do you know about me to like me? You trying to get something out of me?
What is that attitude?
Let's stop talking about things we don't even know are true. She probably just wanted me to keep my chocolate. You're so kind, Mr. Hirosaki.
She's still that rude, so you shouldn't really cover for her, though.
Mizushima is around my age. She never laughs and she barely talks. A lot of the other employees don't like her for that. But generally speaking, I want to get along with everyone, so I didn't want to do anything to avoid her. I didn't care if she was dry or cold. I continued to talk to her like normal. Good morning, Miss Mizushima. How about having lunch together?
Good morning. No, thank you.
I see. Sorry to bother you. One day, I saw her walking home in the rain without an umbrella. Miss Mizushima! You don't have an umbrella?
Mr. Hirosaki.
Where do you live?
Oh. I live near Sekafushi Station.
Oh, I'll take you! I get on the train from there anyway.
Mr. Hirosaki, you're going to get wet. Don't worry about me.
It's harder for me to not worry, so come on. This is how I ended up walking her to her apartment in front of the Sekafushi station. The next week rolled by and it was pouring rain again. On the way home, I saw a soaking wet Mizushima once again. Huh? Is she crying? You're walking from the station, right? It was raining this morning too, so you brought your umbrella, right? What happened?
I lost it. The other day, and today too. It always disappears.
I see. I guess someone made a mistake and took it. Next rainy day, I'll be sure to look out for your umbrella, okay?
But you shouldn't do that for me.
Huh? Why not?
Come on, get in the umbrella. I'm already soaked, so it doesn't matter if I get more wet.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm okay. I've never caught a cold since I was a kid, so I've only ever gotten a stomachache twice in my whole life. Once when I drank too much warm milk, and once when I lost my house key and my stomach got too cold. That's it. I'm confident in my toughness.
Wow, that's impressive. But I don't want you to get wet either, so please come inside, okay?
Miss Mizushima is kinda cute. Wish we could talk more and get to know each other better. The next day was also rainy.
If I put it here again, I wonder if it's gonna disappear.
Oh, I'll keep it safe.
Thank you. How did you store it?
Oh, you know the bag in the front to keep your umbrellas in? I put it in there and stuck it under my desk. Plastic umbrellas are so similar to each other that people always take the wrong one home. It's not just your umbrella that disappears.
Yeah.
Mizushima asked for my contact info afterwards that day, so I traded her my line. For the next day, we messaged each other and started eating lunch together or going home together when we were in the office. It was business as usual, but once it was just us, she started becoming easier to get along with. You lost your umbrella today too?
It wasn't raining this morning, so I didn't bring it. Why did you have yours?
Seems to always rain when we go home together, so I bring it.
Wow. You're right. It actually rains everywhere I go. Every time I have a field trip or some kind of field day, it rains.
So she's basically excited to go home with me, right? I'm actually the opposite. I guess you're stronger than me in that respect, huh?
I'll be sure to bring an umbrella in the morning, even if it's not raining on days that we go home together.
No, you don't have to.
Uh-huh.
I want to see if my sunshine powers beat your rain powers. If I lose, I'll let you borrow my umbrella, so don't bring an umbrella.
What is that? Just get in the umbrella. You're gonna catch a cold.
She's not mean or cold. The next day, Miss Mizushima started talking to me in the office.
Mr. Hirosaki, you look sick. Did you catch a cold because you lent me your umbrella so I don't get wet?
Of course not. I don't get sick.
You can't say stuff like that. People catch colds sometimes. Are you done with work?
Huh? Oh, I still need to replace the batteries in the conference room before I leave.
No! You need to leave now! Mr. Nakamura, please take it from here.
Yes, ma'am! I was taken by Miss Mizushima to her apartment.
You want a cooling pad? Maybe some medicine? If you're hungry, I can peel you some apples.
Excuse me? I can't sleep in a woman's bed like this!
No! You're so red! You must be running a high fever.
No, definitely not! I was just busy all day and couldn't eat lunch. I'm probably just hungry.
Uh-huh? Oh, you don't have a fever. Then, would you like some food?
Sorry. It's delicious. Thank you.
I was so worried.
Sorry about that. I wasn't expecting you to shout, though. Everyone was so surprised.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
It's okay. People always think that you're cool and dry, so maybe they'll think twice now. I think you should express your emotions more.
I'm a little scared too, so I just don't like talking to people.
Huh? Why?
Someone's here. You can't come here. Mr. Hirosaki's at my house.
Did something happen? Miss Mizushima, is everything okay? Huh? Why is the CEO at Mizushima's house?
Oh, perfect! I was curious because you called and said you might be interested in someone. He might be taking over the company. I need to see him. Let me in.
Dad, come on!
Dad? You're the CEO's daughter? I saw them always talking at work, and now it makes more sense why she was acting dry. Everyone knows that we're a rich family if you lived around here. My daughter was treated specially when she went to school, so she couldn't really make any friends. Most of the friends she trusted betrayed her for money, and some even tried to kidnap her. She stopped trusting people.
I used my mother's maiden name to join my father's company. But some of the corporate guys knew that I was his daughter, so I had to back out of the competition. I didn't want people knowing about our relationship. But I feel like that might have made people think worse of me, and I just kinda stopped caring and didn't want to get along with anyone.
I'm sorry to hear all that. That must have been tough.
Not recently, though. Thanks to you. You've always been kind to me. You're kind to anyone, so maybe it's not special to you, but you were very special to me, and I fell for you.
Me too. I do want to be kind to everyone, but I want to be the kindest to you. Before I knew it, I definitely had some special feelings for you. I like you too. Be happy, you two. I will buy you a new house.
Dad?
You're having a wedding in 3 days. You're gonna go on your honeymoon in 4 days. Hang on, that's too fast. We are still dating while preparing for the wedding. The other day, some of the employees started talking to Miss Mizushima after she yelled at me, being concerned for my well-being. She's still pretty cool and dry, but when we're at home together, she's a cute, warm girlfriend.
My name is Atsushi Yazawa. I'm a 27-year-old single man who wants to get married soon. I moved into a mansion that would be great for raising a family half a year ago. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself since I don't even have a girlfriend. I rent a parking space, but my neighbor almost always parks in my space. This is always a pain. I don't want to deal with the parking problems, but it always gets bigger than it needs to be. And I bought this room, so I plan to live here for a while. The next day, she's out again. I should probably say something, at least once. I don't know who the other person is, so I'll contact management. Excuse me, I'm Yazawa in 802. It's about parking. The parking lot on my right is...
I understand. We'll put in a word for you.
I thought that was the end of it, but... Who is it? I heard the doorbell in front past 9 p.m. ringing. It wasn't the buzzer at the front entrance either.
I'm Nakamura from 803. There's something I'd like to talk to you about the parking space.
Ugh, she would be that neighbor. Is she crazy? Maybe she's here and wants to scream at me because management complained to her.
Open up!
I just moved in, so I had no idea who lived next to me. This was the first time seeing my neighbor. Yes?
I'm so sorry! I'm seriously terrible at parking in reverse!
Oh, she seems like a normal human. Oh, it's okay. I just was worried one of us would hit the other's car if we didn't do something, so I called management.
I'm really bad at parking. When I park facing forward, I almost hit the car in front of me, and so I try to reverse, but I keep popping out. I was also warned by the neighbors of the other side too, and so I just try to make an effort not to get into this space, and then I apparently pushed too far into your space. I'm so sorry!
Oh, I see.
I think I should probably stop going to work in my car. Also, here, this is a small token of my apology. I baked some cookies for you.
The area around us had some pretty bad public transportation, so most people drove. It's far to the station and there are no real convenient buses. Do you want me to try helping you learn how to park? My workplace is my parents' house, and there's a nice open area where you can practice parking.
Really? That would help me a lot. Can I have your phone number?
The next Saturday, I was supposed to practice with Miss Nakamura, and we ended up stumbling into the opposite neighbors.
Hey, are you her boyfriend? She's seriously terrible at parking. Can you tell her to?
You shouldn't be driving if you're this bad. If you hit our car, you're paying.
Ah, I can see how you'd be scared.
I'm sorry.
I apologize for all the trouble up to this point. We're going to practice now.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause you any trouble.
Oh, don't worry about it. You'll get better real quick.
My job is kind of far, so I got my license, but I haven't been improving at all.
Okay, try parking within the lines.
Okay.
How many times is she gonna turn around? She's not turning fast enough. Hey, watch me try, and you can practice.
Whoa, he got it in one shot. I want to get good at parking like you. Can we practice tomorrow as well?
Of course.
I'll make you food after practicing with me, so would you like to have dinner with me tomorrow?
I'd love that. You've improved quite a bit already, so I'm sure you'll be perfect by tomorrow.
Thank you.
Sunday. Let's take a break. You've really improved.
I think I'm getting better at the timing. Oh! Nice to meet you. I live next door to your son in his apartment. I'm Minami Nakamura. I'm 24. He's showing me how to drive.
Oh, hey! You finally found yourself a girl, did you, boy? You needed to get married soon. She's cute.
I thought you were dumb for buying a mansion for families when you don't even have a girlfriend. You finally have a girlfriend. I'm glad.
She's not...
Oh, you bought your room? I rent out.
Oh, yeah, I really want to get married, so I figured I'd get prepared.
I see. You work here too?
Oh, yes, I do.
It's a wonderful place to work. Thank you so much. I would like to thank you for helping me practice, so would you like to come over to eat dinner tomorrow as well?
Of course. After 2 days, Miss Nakamura was able to park in the parking space within the lines perfectly. I was a little sad that I probably wouldn't have any more reason to interact with her. Monday, at around 7 p.m., I had noticed her car was parked after I got home. It was straight and perfect, just like we had practiced. There was no weird angle or anything. I was so proud that I felt like a dad or a teacher or something. I took photos from various angles. I'm so excited for dinner. She's cute and cooks well. I wish she'd be my wife.
Hey, I hope you had a great day at work today. Dinner is ready.
I wish this beautiful wife would come to the door every day for me. I was happy and enjoying her meal when I noticed the doorbell going off like crazy in her house.
Hey, come out here! You terrible driver! You scraped our car! Pay up!
What? I definitely didn't hit the car. What do I do?
Don't worry, I'll answer it. If they really did hit, we need to call the police anyway.
Don't talk about the police. Just pay us. We don't care about all the rest.
No, we need to get a police report and everything to make sure the insurance claims will go through. When did you notice the scratch?
Today. I was about to get into the car and it was scratched. You hit it when you tried parking, right? We haven't even gotten into the car once today. I did not.
I want you to stop lying to me. I came home a second ago when I noticed that her car was parked and yours was not.
What? You trying to say I'm lying? You got proof or what, kid?
I'm gonna call management, okay? Was there an accident?
Yes, this dumb bitch hit my car.
I have a photo from 7 p.m. You hit her, didn't you? Let's call the police then.
I said we don't need to call the police.
Mister, you actually caused problems with traffic car accidents last month and tried to blame them.
Ugh.
I think looking at the time is enough to figure things out. There aren't any scratches. I was eating dinner with Miss Nakamura after this photo, so there's no way she was driving the car.
Yes, after I came around 6:30 p.m., I haven't gotten into my car.
Anyway, how come you lied a second ago that you didn't get your car at all? You shouldn't lie. If you'd just been honest, it's not even a big accident. If you try to steal money from someone, that's way worse.
It was because I wasn't good at parking to begin with. I'm sorry for everything. Thank you for taking photos.
I think you parked perfectly, so I was just so happy. 905 always causes problems, and a lot of the tenants have problems with them. Loud noises, trash, leaving personal belongings in the entrance hall. I've heard something about them almost every day. There was a large sign at the entrance of the mansion that warned of people and leaving their things at the entrance. I'm sure they were referring to 905. After that, people would complain about the smallest things that were related to 905. Eventually, they moved because they couldn't deal with feeling like they were under a microscope.
I had to pay them in the past. Thank you. I think I probably would have just paid them again if you weren't here.
I'm glad it all worked out.
I got better at parking, so how about we go out for a drive? You know, like a date. Also, I'd like to go to your parents' house again. I really like the mood, and your dog is cute too.
Of course, you're always welcome. Maybe I'll be able to find that family real soon.
Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Make sure to subscribe and click the bell for notifications.